The Hippocratic Oath. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. It's been rewritten for centuries. There are 3 phrases, specific phrases, that I want to consider today because it meant a lot to me and how things aligned for my journey. Because above the art and science that exists with everything you do, he provided something more. I walked into his office, and he sat down and said, "Tell me about what's going on." So I did, and as you can imagine, it was a long list of what was going on. I was trying to give him the background history of it, all this stuff. And I realized very quickly something was different about him than anyone else that I had touched base with about my health. He was actually listening. He pulled the PDR off of his shelf, opened that physician's desk reference, and started looking at symptoms, exploring, wondering, trying to figure out what might be feasible to help me. It was the first time anyone had done that in my journey. I felt hopeful. And above anything he gave me about the science behind it, it was his compassion, it was his empathy, it was his level of care that I walked out there with, and I had a little zest in my step again because I knew at a minimum, this guy was trusting in what I was saying. He was trusting the fact that I know my body better than any other human being on this earth. I know how it's functioned for 30-something years and then completely fell apart thereafter. So that made an impression on me.